Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the campus of Wayland High School in Wayland, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's New England Football League contest between the visiting Worcester Wildcats and the hosting Mass Warriors. Both teams coming into today's contest with a 1-1 record, so this should be a pretty good one. The Mass Warriors started off the season with a strong win against Western Mass at home, 37-13. Fell short on the road last weekend against Middleborough by a final of 13-9. Meanwhile, the Wildcats faced off against Middleborough on the road in their first game and came out with a narrow 15-14 win, but then fell at home against Glens Falls by a final of 19-14. So two teams fighting to move above 500 here. This should make for a pretty good one. If you end up enjoying this live stream as we go, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more of my sports live streams, you can subscribe to the channel. And of course, I encourage fan participation throughout this live stream in the live chat. If you want to simply say, go Warriors or go Wildcats, you know, whoever you're rooting for, we always appreciate seeing the good vibes in the live chat. And then if there's a specific player you want to give a shout out to, maybe a family member or a friend that you're tuning in to watch, you can shout them out in the live chat. And if you want to let us know where you're tuning in from with these online live streams that can be watched all over the world, it's always fun to hear where people are watching from. And then if you notice any technical difficulties with the live stream, either video or audio, I encourage you to say something in the live chat. You never know, it might be something I don't notice on my end, and it might be something I can fix. And then lastly, as I'll be narrating the action here, if you notice me having any incorrect names for players based on the roster I've been given, or if I'm flubbing the pronunciation of someone's name, I encourage you to correct me in the live chat. Want to give these guys the best coverage I possibly can, and to me, part of that means getting their names right. And on that note, I wasn't able to get a roster with jersey numbers and everything for the Wildcats, but I did get the roster for the Warriors. And so as we get ready for the opening coin toss, I'm going to read out the Mass Warriors roster again. If you notice me flubbing any pronunciations, or if I've got, some names wrong, some mixed up jersey numbers, what have you, I encourage you to correct me in the live chat. But here we go. Here's the roster for your 2023 Mass Warriors. Going in order of jersey number, first off we have number 0, Ta Coleman. Next up, number 1, Jeff Jean. Number 2, Terrence Navarez. Number 3, Maxime Kogan. Number 4, Giovanni Trio Daluz. Number 5, Joseph D'Alessandro. Number 6, Angel Began. Number 7, Ivan Garand. Number 8, Nicholas Carvalho. Number 9, Chris Deshaun Brown. Number 10, Christopher Smith. Number 11, Raheem Langston. Number 12, Wesley Colin. Number 13, Isaiah Villarson. Number 14, Isaac Bethea. Number 15, Raymond Kirkland. Number 16, Irvin Exelome. Number 17, Zeke Santiago. Number 19, Jack Goldsmith. Number 20, Robert Williams Jr. Number 22, Shondell Fields. Number 23, Ernest Jones. Number 24, Noor Manyang. Number 25, Marquise Harmon. Number 26, Mike Seifert. Number 27, Josh J. Vaglika. Number 28, Justin Vanderhall. Number 29, Felipe Garcia Jr. Number 30, Joseph Santiago. Number 31, Richard Millord. Number 32, Terrell Durest. Number 33, Larry Gregory. Number 34, Sydney Jean Bullock. Number 35, Seth Idu. Number 39, Fred Nikander. Number 41, Dante Wilson. Number 42, Shaquille Dickey. Number 43, John Sutherland. Number 44, Scott Christopher. Number 45, Brendan Drobinski. Number 46, Brian Cody. Number 47, Matthew Benoit. Number 51, Steven Simpson. Number 54, Jonathan Charles. Number 55, Shaquille Johnson. Number 57, Billy McGinnis. Number 58, Luis Rosado. Number 59, Al Ozanoff. Number 66, Carl Cullerton. Number 67, Randall Normand. Number 69, Adrian Ojeda. Number 70, Michael Leonard. Number 72, David Roque. Number 75, Victor Padilla. Number 78, James Doyan. Number 79, Dan McHugh. Number 80, Gregory Ryan. Number 81, Sean Vanderhall. Number 82, Shane Clinton. Number 83, Kevin McCarthy. Number 87, Mike Caruso. Number 88, Kyle Hudson. Number 97, Frederick Hazard. Number 98, Samuel De La Cruz. And number 99, Benjamin Way. Head coach of the Mass Warriors is Stephen Maycock. That is the roster for the Mass Warriors as we are just waiting for the officials to be ready and give us our opening coin toss. I see we've got our first notes in the live chat from Finns Nation TV. Appears to be a Worcester fan. And identifying at least one player for the Wildcats, number 88, Matt Morrison. Thank you so much for tuning in, Finns. Like I said, no matter who you're rooting for, we appreciate you tuning in and supporting these teams and bringing the good vibes in the live chat. We are slated for a 6:30 start time. So if everything starts on time, we'll be starting in just 5 minutes, but you never know. We don't live in a perfect world, so things aren't always perfectly on time, and that's okay. The officials making their way onto the field. And I know this is my first time covering Mass Warriors football, so you know, some fans might just not have heard about where they can tune in. So if you're tuning in and you want some of your fellow fans to know that they can watch the game, be sure to send them the link to this live stream. Now we see the captains coming out for the opening coin toss for the Mass Warriors. I see number 10, Christopher Smith, number 29, Felipe Garcia Jr., number 42, Shaquille Dickey, number 66, Carl Cullerton, and number 81, Sean Vanderhall. All right, the Warriors win the toss and elect to defer to the second half. The Wildcats will receive the opening kickoff. And we are ready to get this one started. So here we go, Mass Warriors against Worcester Wildcats, both teams 1-1 coming into this contest. The Warriors enjoyed a fun time here at Wayland High School the last time they played at home. Got a convincing win over Western Mass. Their first road game, they suffered a narrow loss against Middleborough. That same Middleborough team was defeated in their own season opener by the Worcester Wildcats in a narrow 1-point contest. And then the Wildcats fell to Glens Falls in their home opener last weekend by a difference of just 5. So between these two teams, 3 of the 4 games they've played have ended in a 1-score margin. The only exception being that blowout win that the Warriors had over Western Mass in the season opener. So the Wildcats will be playing from the left. Well, from our left at least. The Warriors from our right. Warriors getting ready to kick this one away. Number 25, Marquise Harmon, will be getting us started with the opening kickoff here today. Signal to the right and to the left. It's New England Football League action here in Wayland. Warriors versus Wildcats. Here we go. It's a high kick. Drops in front of the 15, taken off the bounce by number 7. Cuts towards the near sideline, finds a bit of room, but finally forced out of bounds around the 30, and we've got a flag on the first play of the day. So this might be going a little bit further back. Illegal block below the waist by Worcester. And so they're going to be starting a little deeper in their own territory. As it looks like they are going to move them back to the 12-yard line, looks about. And indeed, it will be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 12-yard line. Wildcats come out with 2 receivers on the right and 1 on the left, 1 tight end on the left, it looks like. They send a man in motion. 11 takes a snap, handoff to 7. 7 Looking for a hole, gets tackled after a short gain. Looks to be a gain of about 3 out to the 15. It will be 2nd and 7. This time they start out with trips to the right. One tight end on the left. Running back to the left of the quarterback, number 11, in shotgun. Send a man in motion, and they pitch it to him. This is number 44. Found a little bit of room on the jet sweep there. Looks like they gave him a gain of about 2, maybe 2.5. So it'll be 3rd and about 5. 3rd and a short 5 from about the 17.5-yard line. Yard to gain is the 22. Snap, looking to throw. 11 with pressure up the middle. He takes off and runs. Going to be very close to the marker after that one. We'll see where they spot it. They are going to give him the first. Number 11 got exactly the 5 yards needed to convert that first down. And it's going to be a fresh set of downs from the 22 for the Wildcats. Bit of a pistol formation here. And the handoff is to 7. Juking around, gets hit and brought down. Might even be a loss on that play. Number of Warriors in on that tackle. I think the first to hit him was number 47, Matthew Benoit. Looks like they actually gave him a gain of 1 on that play. 2nd and 9 from the 23. Two receivers on the right, one receiver, one tight end on the left. Pistol formation again. Fake the handoff this time. Quick throw from 11 through the hands of Morrison. Throw was a little high. And so that'll bring up 3rd and long. Some defenders were starting to converge on the ball there, so Morrison might have been lucky that that went through his hands, because if he caught it and then it was popped out of his hands from a hard hit, that'd be a lot more, liable to turn into a turnover. Third and 9. 3 receivers to the right, 1 tight end on the left, 1 running back to the right of 11. He takes the snap, looking to throw, got time, stepping up, firing a pass. He's got an open man. That is Morrison for the first down. He is tackled out of bounds by Terrence Navarez, but that is going to be another big 3rd down conversion for the Wildcats. On the catch by Matt Morrison. Gain of about 17 yards out to the 40-yard line. They're going for a handoff to 7, bursts up the middle, jukes out one guy, and runs into the pile. Looks to be a gain of about 4, maybe 5, depending on where they spot. They're going to say 5 yards on the play. Second and 5 for Worcester coming up. Ball at the 45-yard line. Quick snap and a handoff. Taking off running, trying to break multiple tacklers is number 5 for the Wildcats. Caught the defense ever so slightly off guard by a quick snap there, and it looks like they're going to spot him at the 48, a 3-yard gain there. It is now 3rd and 2. The Wildcats 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They converted a 3rd and about 4.5 on a QB keeper by number 11, and then they converted on 3rd and 9 on a pass from 11 to number 88, Matt Morrison. Now, shortest third down they've had so far. Can they keep the conversions up? The snap, 11 stepping back. He's got time, fires deep down the left side, out of reach. The Wildcats decide to go big or go home on 3rd and short. And now they've got a big decision to make. It is 4th and short. 4th and 2 to be exact. They are around midfield, so not the worst field position in the world if you wanted to be aggressive and go for it. And we'll see if that's what they decide to do. 4th and 2. Wildcats with the ball at their own 48-yard line. And the fact they went for a deep pass on 3rd and short kind of suggests that they were always willing to go for it on 4th and 2. See what they do here. Looks like 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Might be 1 tight end on the right. 11 takes the snap, looking to throw. Now moving around in the pocket. Finds an open man and completes the pass. This is number 8 going up the far sideline. Shakes off one tackle and is then forced out of bounds. But a 4th down conversion, and the Wildcats march on. Crossing midfield. A 31-yard catch and run by the Wildcats' number 8. It appears number 7 for the Wildcats is Xander Givens-Perry. First and 10, just technically outside the red zone. Snap to 11, steps back, quick throw, and it's dropped. In and out of the hands of number 9 for the incomplete on the attempted screen look there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 tight end on the right. 11 takes the snap, looking to throw, takes off scrambling down the left side and is forced out of bounds. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 15 after a gain of about 6. Not sure what was going on there. Some logistical pause or something. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Wildcats. Definitely in 4-down territory here. You know, depending on how much they believe in their kicker. But most teams inside the red zone at this level, they're going to go for it on 4th down. So snap to 11, he gives to Perry. Perry cuts up the middle, trying to fight through the tacklers. And I think he might have gotten those few extra yards necessary for the first. We'll see where they spot him. They're going to... We got one spot saying short and one spot saying good for the first. And it looks like he got exactly to the 11, so that is going to be 1st down. Xander Givens-Perry on the carry gets the exact 4 yards that Worcester needed for the first. Long, methodical drive by the visitors to start this game, and they now have 1st and 10 from the Warriors' 11-yard line. 11 takes a snap, fakes the give, looking to pass, fires a pass, intercepted! Huge interception in the end zone by the Warriors' number 11, Nicholas Carvalho. Clutch play there by the Warriors' defensive back, Nicholas Carvalho. An interception on a pass that was looking for it all. He was very close to the goal line, so I can understand letting the instinct take over and just running it back out, even if he might not have, even if the Warriors might not have the best field position here. Still, huge, huge takeaway for the home team here as they take over on offense. Quarterback number 5, Joseph D'Alessandro, lining up in shotgun. He's got 2 receivers on either side of him with 1 running back on his right. 1st and 10, snap, hand off, trying to run up the middle, fumble. The ball is out. It's picked up by the Wildcats, and they're trying to run it back in. And they are in. It's a defensive touchdown for the Wildcats. Number 70 picked up the fumble and managed to carry a few Warriors tacklers into the end zone. And just like that, the turnaround turns right back. So the Wildcats, off the back of a fumble recovery score, are first on the board here today as they get set to what appears to be go for the PAT. Kicker number 89, holder number 28. Snap, ball down. It is blocked, but flag on the play. And yes, the Warriors jumped on that one. And so they're going to redo the try. So take 2 on this PAT. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and it's through. The Wildcats first on the board off the defensive touchdown. the visitors hold the 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. After converting on the try, number 89 getting ready to kick this one away. The Warriors have 2 back deep. One of them appears to be number 1, Jeff Jean. Having a little trouble seeing the jersey number of the other one. And this is a short kick taken around the 30. Heading towards the near sideline, cutting up the field. Number 24 has got a hole. Number 24 taking off down the sideline, brought down deep in Wildcats territory. Number 24, Noor Manyang. If I'm reading, yes, that is number 24, Noor Manyang. With a big kick return there. Just a great read of the holes through the blockers there. And the Warriors with great field position now, 1st and 10 from the Wildcats' 26-yard line. D'Alessandro takes a snap, hands off, going up the middle for a short gain is number 26, Mike Seifert. Looks like they're going to spot it at around the 22, so a gain of 4 on that first play. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left of D'Alessandro. Seifert in the backfield with him, and we got a false start penalty against the Warriors. That's going to push them 5 yards back. So now 2nd and 11. And that is actually going to be the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1, our score, the Worcester Wildcats 7, the Mass Warriors 0. So really just one long possession for the Wildcats made up most of that quarter. That possession, of course, ended with a turnover in the end zone, but was then followed immediately by a defensive touchdown. And that's what has the visitors in the lead right now as we get ready to start the second quarter. All right, after switching sides, we are ready to start the second quarter. 2 receivers on either side of D'Alessandro. Seifert in the backfield with him. Takes a snap. D'Alessandro looking to throw. Fires over the middle. Hits his man. It's caught, and he's gone. Touchdown, Warriors. Ivan Grand on the catch and run. 27 yards to the house. And the Warriors answer back with a score of their own. Just a pinpoint pass over the middle from D'Alessandro to Garand. Hit him in stride right in his chest. And Garand just made it look easy the rest of the way for the score. Snap ball down, kick is up. And Harmon puts it through to tie this game up at 7 apiece. We've got ourselves a ball game, folks. We're all tied up 7-7 early here in the second quarter. The first play of the quarter goes for a 27-yard touchdown off the pass from Joseph D'Alessandro to Ivan Garand. And after converting on the PAT, Marquise Harmon getting set to kick it away. It's a long, deep kick. It's over the head of Perry, and it's going to bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. A powerful boot from Marquise Harmon. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Wildcats, the last time they had the ball on offense, came through with a number of big conversions to drive all the way down to the Warriors' 11-yard line before throwing an interception in the end zone. See what happens this time. They come out in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left. They send a man in motion over to that left side. Snap, hand off. Running back breaks off a couple of tackles. Perry still churning in his legs and moving forward. Nice gain on the play out to the 33-yard line, a gain of 8 on the play. Second and 2. Second and short. Pistol formation again. Snap. Another handoff. Perry dancing in the backfield. Finds a lane. And again, barrels through a couple of tacklers for the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42. As we got runs of 8 and 9 yards from Perry to start this drive. Pistol formation again. The running game working wonders for Worcester early in this drive. Snap, handoff. Perry bouncing to the outside. Shakes off one tackle and is forced out of bounds. Perry is proving a tough ball carrier to bring down as he advances out to midfield with another 8-yard gain. That is his third straight carry of at least 8 yards. Three receivers to the right here on 2nd and 2. Snap, they're looking to throw on 2nd and short. They float one up, and it's caught. Number 19 slides in to haul it in. It looked like it was a juicy pop fly chance for anyone to call dibs on it, but ultimately it was a receiver who got there first. Fresh set of downs now for the Wildcats. Ball on about the 43.5-yard line. Now on the Warriors' side of the field. Snap, give to Perry. Perry barrels up the middle for a short gain. Looks like a gain of about 3.5 up to the 40. So 2nd and about 7. And looks like we had a frustrated timeout call coming from the Wildcats. So number 7 for the Wildcats, Xander Givens-Perry, having a good drive this drive. That last carry, his shortest thus far, as he had taken his first 3 carries for 25 yards. And we got another identification of a Wildcats player, number 11, the quarterback, Tim Bushy. Thank you again to Fins Nation TV for the help in the live chat. Second and 7. Pistol formation. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right of Bushy. Snap, give to Perry. Perry runs into the line and gets stood up and dragged down. No gain, possibly a loss depending on where they spot. And it appears they're just going to spot it for no gain, so 3rd and 7. The Wildcats already in Warriors territory, so you got to imagine they're in 4-down range here. So the Warriors probably going to need 2 big defensive plays to get the Wildcats offense off the field. Bushy takes the snap, steps back, looking to throw, fires a quick pass. He's got his man, and it is caught for the first down by number 44. Another big third down conversion for the Wildcats. They are 3 for 4 on third down to start this game. And the only time they did not convert on third down, they ended up converting on fourth down. So it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Wildcats at the Warriors' 32-yard line. Three to the right of Bushy. Pistol formation. Snap, handoff, Perry cutting upfield. He's got a lane, pushing through, carrying the tacklers with him. And a big gain there from Givens-Perry for another Wildcats first down. A 12-yard gain on the carry from Xander Givens-Perry. And now it will be 1st and 10 from the 20. Bush takes the snap, fakes the give to Givens-Perry, fires a deep one, looking for the end zone. Intercepted again! Second straight interception in the end zone, this time brought down by Ta Coleman. And indeed, take a bow, Mr. Coleman. Good inside leverage to get the interception. Again, the Wildcats getting a little over-aggressive inside the red zone. And it cost them their second interception in the end zone. And now the Warriors, after another clutch defensive play, will take over on offense in much better field position this time, as they'll be starting at their own 20. D'Alessandro back out in shotgun, 2 receivers on either side. 1st and 10 from the 20. Hand off. Seifert gets bumped down for a gain of about 2. Second and 8 from the 22. Two receivers on either side of D'Alessandro again. Seifert with him in the backfield. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Fires one out to the far side, and it's caught. And running down the sideline, just barely tripped up past midfield. I believe that's number 16, Irvin Exelome. Beautifully placed pass from D'Alessandro to Exelome as he runs it across midfield. Looked like he might have had a chance to take off and have a chance at going all the way, but tripped up around the ankles. Fresh set of downs for the Warriors. Hand off to Seifert, and he bounces away from the tacklers, hurdles a man, and is brought down. And after starting at about the 46, looks like he gained about 6. This will be 2nd and 4 from the Wildcats' 40. D'Alessandro drops back, fakes, scrambles, pointing, floats a pass, and it's just out of reach. Intended for Maxime Kogan. And so that'll bring up 3rd and 4. I liked the pump fake move by D'Alessandro to avoid the first man in his face. Just trying to throw on the run and just an easy bit out of reach as it bounced off the fingertips. 3rd and 4, D'Alessandro going for a quick floater out to Seifert. Seifert taking off down the near sideline, spins off one man and drags another one all the way across the first down marker. A nice 3rd down conversion by the Warriors. Mike Seifert, who had the 6-yard run on 1st down, now with a nice catch and run. Ball's now on the Wildcats' 32-yard line. So mark that an 8-yard reception for Mike Seifert. And now Jeff Jean in the backfield next to D'Alessandro. With 2 receivers on either side, they give to Jean. Jean is tripped up. Couldn't go anywhere on that play, and it looks like there may have been some miscommunication about what the play was supposed to be, as that'll be a loss of 1. I think I heard the coach saying that was supposed to be play action, so might have been a little bit of confusion there, but now setting back up 2nd and 11. D'Alessandro drops back, fires, hits his man through traffic. Caught by number 80, Gregory Ryan. Another 1st down completion for the Warriors. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now at the Wildcats' 18-yard line. 15-yard completion from D'Alessandro to Ryan. Snap, give to Seifert. Seifert trying to bounce to the outside, gets grabbed around the face mask. That is going to be 15 yards as he gets dragged down. Quick call of the face mask there. And so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Or I think at this distance it might just be half the distance to the goal. And it will be. They're going to bring it down to the 9-yard line. And it's an automatic 1st down. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9. Oops. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Hard count. D'Alessandro takes a snap. Flag is thrown. D'Alessandro scrambling up the middle. Nowhere to go. Brought down on the sack. But it is going to be an offsides, as the hard count gave the Warriors a free play. So they're going to be brought half the distance to the goal, to about the 4.5. And it is still 1st and goal. Big chance for the Warriors here. An interception in the end zone gave them a chance to bounce back, and they have bounced back strong with this drive so far, but they still got to punch it in. Give to Seifert, going up the middle. Reaching forward, brought down at about the 1. So 2nd down and goal from what appears to be the half-yard line. The Warriors will have 3 chances at the end zone here with less than a yard needed for the score, with a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. And it looks like we got a timeout for a water break. But the Warriors with a number of big plays, particularly through the air, off the passes from Joseph D'Alessandro. Completed a big one to Irvin Exelome. Got another nice one to Gregory Ryan. Had the screen pass out to Seifert, who's also had a couple of nice gains on the ground. And now here they stand, half a yard away from taking the lead, and yet they come out in shotgun. Snap, fake the give, quick pass, juggled dangerously in the air. They tried to go for the quick slant out to Kogan, and it falls incomplete. Those quick passes from the 1-yard line, they can, they can catch the defense off guard, but they can also be very dangerous. Just ask Seahawks fans. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1/2-yard line. Looks like they're going to come out under center this time. Might be a QB sneak play, we'll see. And it is D'Alessandro trying to push forward. And it is in! Touchdown, Warriors! Joseph D'Alessandro, with some help from his friends up front and a little push from behind, manages to push it the final half-yard needed to give the Warriors the lead. Now Harmon setting up for the PAT. Carvalho the holder. Snap ball down, kick up, and it's good. The Mass Warriors off the back of a clutch interception in the end zone by Ta Coleman, string together a bunch of big plays and managed to punch it in for a 1-yard score by the quarterback, Joseph D'Alessandro. 14-7, the Warriors lead the Wildcats here in the second quarter. Harmon set to kick this one away, but the Wildcats weren't set in their return formation yet, so now they start again. And here's the kick. It's another deep kick. Going to be taken by Givens Perry just out of the end zone. Jukes around one tackle. brought down close to the 20, but looks to be a little bit short of the 20. Might have been better if he let that one bounce into the end zone, but he took it at about the 1. And oh, I think this is halftime. Boy, where does the time go? It is halftime. At the half, the score, the Mass Warriors 14, the Worcester Wildcats 7. Well, it's been a wild game so far. The Wildcats driving down into the red zone on their first possession before throwing an interception in the end zone. But then the Warriors turned it over on their very first play from scrimmage on a fumble that was picked up by the Wildcats number 70 and dragged into the end zone. Put the Wildcats up 7-0. But off a very good kick return by Norman Young, the Warriors got to start inside the 30. And then it was a 27-yard touchdown pass from Joseph D'Alessandro to Ivan Garand that tied the game up at 7 apiece. Wildcats on their next possession once again drove their way into the red zone, had 1st and 10 from the 20, and then another interception in the end zone, this time by Ta Coleman. Gave the Warriors the ball back. They strung together a number of big plays. Got down inside the 1-yard line and then punched it in on a QB sneak by D'Alessandro for the 1-yard score to make it 14-7, and that is where we are at half. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live here at Wayland High School in Wayland, Massachusetts for today's New England Football League contest. Remember, if you're enjoying the live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. You know, we've gotten some nice comments in the live chat thus far. So if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat down below. But for now, here we are at half. I'm going to take a brief break off the mic. My mic's going to go mute for a few minutes, but I'll be back with the third quarter. Stay tuned. right, welcome back. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from the campus of Wayland High School in Wayland, Massachusetts, bringing you live coverage of today's New England Football League contest between the visiting Worcester Wildcats and the hosting Mass Warriors. The Warriors leading after 2 quarters, 14-7, off a 27-yard touchdown pass from Joseph D'Alessandro to Ivan Garand, and then a 1-yard rushing touchdown by D'Alessandro. The Wildcats got their lone score on defense off a fumble recovery for a touchdown by number 70. And the Wildcats offense has suffered from a pair of red zone turnovers. 2 interceptions in the end zone, one made by Nicholas Carvalho and one by Ta Coleman. So it's been an exciting night of football so far. And we'll see what the second half has in store for us. Remember, the Warriors won the opening coin toss and elected to defer, so they will be receiving the opening kick here in the second half as we get ready to start the third quarter. Now, the last time that the Wildcats kicked off, it was after their first touchdown, and it was brought back on a nice return by Noor Manyang, giving the Warriors some very nice field position. Now number 89 for the Wildcats getting ready to kick this one away again. Warriors have 2 back deep at around the 25-yard line. Manyang and Jeff Jean standing between the 20 and the 25. Manyang had the big kick return last time the Warriors were returning. Here's an even shorter kick, and it's bouncing in open field, and it's picked up by the Wildcats. One of the Warriors slipped and fell as that kick bounced right into no man's land. But wait, what is... It's an offsides call against the Wildcats, so that doesn't count. They're going to have to re-kick it. But the Warriors coach was absolutely livid after that one, shouting at his players, "Don't let that happen again." That was almost an insane play by the Wildcats, but ultimately undone by a penalty. And so here we go again. Now the return men brought Way in. Jean and Manyang up to the 30. Line drive kick. Manyang had to go back and get it, but he does get it inside the 30, running across the field. And a nice fight off the block to make the tackle by number 61. So the Warriors don't get exactly the same prime field position they got off their last kick return, but after that near disaster, I think they're just happy to still have the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Warriors' own 31-yard line. Their last offensive possession, they strung together a brilliant drive, 80 yards ending in the 1-yard rushing touchdown by the quarterback, Joseph D'Alessandro, who is coming in under center. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Takes the snap, hands off. This is Seifert. Mike Seifert carrying a couple of tacklers forward for a nice gain. Appears to be about 5, maybe 6 yards, depending on where they spot it. Looks like they gave him 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 36. I think that's only the 2nd time I've seen the Warriors under center so far today, outside of that play on the goal line, and now they're back in shotgun. 2 receivers on either side of D'Alessandro with Seifert on his right in the backfield. Snap, give to Seifert again. Seifert's got a big hole. He's bursting through. He's taking off. Mike Seifert, does he have the speed? He gets dragged down from behind inside the 25. Mike Seifert having himself a day out here in Wayland. They're going to spot him at exactly the 20. So the Warriors officially back in the red zone after an explosive run of 44 yards by Mike Seifert. 2 receivers on either side of D'Alessandro. Takes the snap, looking to throw, fires a pass, and it comes in bouncing short of the intended target, Gregory Ryan. D'Alessandro just didn't quite put enough on that throw. And so it'll be 2nd and 10. Snap, D'Alessandro looking to throw again. He's got some time, floats a pass, hits his man. He's brought down quickly. It'll be a short gain on the catch by Durand. And so this will bring up 3rd and long, as they gave him 2 yards on that completion. It'll be 3rd and 8. D'Alessandro just had to kind of dump that one off as the pass rush was barreling down on him. Definitely in 4-down territory here, but still a big 3rd down. 2 receivers on either side of D'Alessandro. He's got Jeff Jean with him in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw, looking, firing. Hits his man, that's Kogan. Kogan trying to cut around the tacklers, still carrying them, still holding on to the ball. And he's going to be stopped well short as they gave him a gain of about 3 out to the 15. This is going to bring up 4th and 5. And it looks like they're going to send the field goal unit out. Try and give themselves a 2-score lead off the boot of Marquise Harmon. Snap, ball down, kick is up, on the way, and straight through. Marquise Harmon nails the field goal. And the Warriors take a 17-7 lead over the Wildcats. So the home team not able to find the end zone, but don't underestimate the value of that made field goal. In the terms of football economy, that is a 2-score lead now. And now Harmon, following his successful field goal, sets up to kick this one away. Launches it. Bouncing dangerously close to out of bounds, and that is going to be out of bounds. Excuse me. Unfortunate turn of events there, as that is going to give the Wildcats the ball at the 40. And there's the official signal for the out-of-bounds kick. Oh, and my mistake, it's going to be spotted at the 35. It used to be that that would get the ball at the 40, and I think at some levels it might still be at the 40. I don't know, different leagues have different rules, and it can be kind of confusing to try and follow. But either way, the Wildcats offense out on the field for the first time in this third quarter, as these have been very long possessions from both teams that have taken up large chunks of clock. Snap to Bushy, handoff to Givens-Perry, and he gets hit and brought down after a short gain. That's going to be a gain of about 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Pistol formation again. Snap, Bushy gives to Givens-Perry. And another short gain. Xander Givens-Perry had a number of big runs for the Wildcats in the first half, but struggling to find traction here off a pair of 2-yard gains. 3rd down and 6 from the 39. The Warriors starting to bring a bit of a defense chant along their sideline. 3 receivers to the left of Bushy now. Oh, and we've got a false start penalty against the Wildcats. That's going to push them back. So it'll be 3rd and 11 from the 34. The Wildcats well back within their own territory, so if they don't convert on 3rd down here, even when trailing 2 scores, it's going to be hard to justify going for it, so we'll see what happens here. Bushy takes a snap, steps back, finds a man wide open over the middle, but he dropped it. Throw was behind the intended receiver, number 9. And so that's going to bring up 4th down and 11. Bushy had his man over the middle, might have put just a bit too much zip on the ball, and put that zip to the wrong side of the body, resulting in the incompletion. So now we are going to see our very first punt of the night. Can you believe it? There's the snap, and it's juggled. Punter's just going to have to take off and run with it, and he's not going to get anywhere. A gaffe on special teams on the long snap is going to give the Warriors back the ball in prime field position. They're going to be starting this one 1st and 10 at the Wildcats' 33-yard line. The Warriors with a big chance here to potentially put the game away. Here in the third quarter, they lead by 2 scores. They're hoping to go up by potentially 3 scores here. D'Alessandro takes a snap, fires a pass, almost picked off by a couple of different Wildcats defenders. Number 32 jumped in front of the pass intended for Maxime Kogan. But it went right through his hands, and his fellow defensive back could not catch the deflected pass. And so the Warriors very lucky to simply have 2nd and 10. D'Alessandro takes the snap, looking to throw, floats one deep, battle for the ball, and it's won by Durand. A nice catch by Ivan Durand. What a day he's having. As that's a big first down catch. Brings the Warriors down to the 21. D'Alessandro coming in under center with Seifert behind him. Fumbled the snap! Oh my gosh! And it's recovered by the Wildcats. Second lost fumble for the Warriors. As that is going to give the ball back to the Wildcats. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 19-yard line. Warriors coming out with what appears to be 2 receivers on either side of Bushy. Givens-Perry behind him. Sending Givens-Perry out in motion. Bushy takes a snap, looking to throw, fires, misses his target completely, almost. In fact, closer to being picked off than it was to being caught. But it's going to fall harmlessly incomplete. Some dark clouds rolling in here in Wayland, and we've had some winds blowing through off and on out here. Of course, a lot of rain expected tomorrow. So might be a bit of a prelude to the storm, and as the guy with all the electrical equipment, here's hoping those rains wait until this game is over. In the meantime, 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Bushy takes a snap, handoff, Givens-Perry, and he's trying to fight through and manages to scrap out a couple extra yards. But not many, and so this is going to bring up 3rd down. Looks like a gain of about 4 yards out to the 23, and so it'll be 3rd down and 6. The Wildcats got out to a hot start in terms of third down conversions. They converted 3 of their first 4, and the only conversion they failed had been followed up by a 4th down conversion. But since throwing their second red zone interception, they've been, well, they've only had 1 offensive possession, and it went 3 and out. This is the only the second one they've had since then. Bushy takes the snap, looking to throw, winds and fires, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for number 44. In coverage was number 6, Angel Began. And the throw off the mark is going to bring up 4th down and 6. We are still in the 3rd quarter. And so the Wildcats going to try and punt this one away again. Last time they lined up to punt, it was disastrous. Bad snap, and the punter just had to try and take off and run with it and couldn't get anywhere. Looks like they've got Manyang back deep to return the punt. Snap is good this time. Punt is away, heading towards the near sideline. It's going to fly out of bounds at around midfield. And we got stadium lights on now out here as it's getting late out here in Wayland. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors from midfield. A reminder to those of you tuning in, if you are enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. And if you got anything to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. 1st and 10. Hard snap. D'Alessandro gives his team a free play. He's going to launch this one deep, looking for Kogan. Deflected, intercepted by number 32 of the Wildcats. He's going to run this one back. And they're just going to stop. They know that one was offsides, so they didn't even bother finishing the run back. They knew that play wasn't going to count. Credit to the Wildcats for making sure that the Warriors didn't get a huge gain out of that play, but they are still getting a gain of 5, and it's going to be 1st and 5 off the well-executed hard count. Snap to D'Alessandro, give to Seifert. Seifert finds a hole, bursts up the middle, carries a couple of tacklers across the 40 for the 1st down. It'll now be 1st and 10 from the 39 after a gain of 6 on the carry by Seifert. And that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter left to play out here at Wayland High School. The score, the Mass Warriors 17, the Worcester Wildcats 7. Credit to the Mass Warriors defense so far in the 2nd half. They have been lights out. And that's after a 1st half where, granted, the Wildcats were kind of marching up and down the field, but the Warriors defense came through with 2 big end zone interceptions to put a screeching halt to Worcester's momentum. And the Wildcats offense still has not scored tonight. So as we start the fourth and final quarter, it is 1st and 10 from the Wildcats 39. D'Alessandro in shotgun, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Throws a quick out, hits his man, taking off running for a nice gain. It's number 81, Sean Vanderhall. We've seen a nice spread of different receivers from the Warriors so far today, as that's going to be a 5-yard catch and run from Vanderhall. Vanderhall's got 1 catch. Gregory Ryan's got 1 catch. Mike Seifert's got 1 catch. Maxim Kogan's got 1. Ivan Garanda is 2, and this is a handoff to Seifert, who's barreling up the middle, bouncing off tacklers, and moving the ball forward for another first down. How about this day for Mike Seifert? He's had a number of nice runs. He had a nice catch for a first down on their second touchdown drive. He had that big run that set up the field goal kick by Marquise Harmon. Now here they are with a fresh set of downs. 2 receivers either side. Seifert getting a break as they've got Jeff Jean in the backfield with D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro looking to throw. Floats one out to Jean, and it's over his head and incomplete. Second and 10. Snap. D'Alessandro looking to throw. Statue in the pocket, fires a deep pass looking for Kogan, and Kogan comes down with it. Maxim Kogan. Nice catch there. Brings him down to the 12-yard line. This drive serving multiple purposes for the Warriors, running down the clock and potentially running up the score, as they're hoping to improve to a 3-score lead if they can find the end zone. Snap, D'Alessandro, handoff, Seifert. Seifert bursting up the middle for a short gain. Looks like they're going to spot him at about the 8-yard line, so a gain of 4 on the carry by Seifert. Second and 6. D'Alessandro fumbled the snap, picks it back up, but gets dragged down. Just barely manages to hold on to the football. This drive almost ended the way the last one did, with a bad snap. Although that time it wasn't so much a bad snap as it was just a juggled snap. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 13. Two receivers on either side of D'Alessandro, Seifert on his left. Snap, looking to throw, fires over the middle, it's caught, shaking off one tackle, this is Exelome, diving for the pylon! Reaches across the goal line, touchdown, Warriors! Irvin Exelome with a nice catch over the middle. Broke a couple of tackles and then dove and reached over the goal line for the 13-yard touchdown. Now they set up for the PAT with Harmon. As the Warriors officially go up by 7, that's a false start called against the Warriors. Snap ball down, kick is up, it's a line drive, and it's going to miss wide left. So the PAT no good from Harmon for the first time. That's the first kick he's missed all day, as he was 2 for 2 on PATs and 1 for 1 on field goals before that. But the Warriors got the important part. They got the touchdown, and they've got the 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter. 23-7. Joseph D'Alessandro with his second passing touchdown of the day, as Irvin Exelome, who had that really big catch and run in the Warriors' second touchdown drive back in the first half, finds the end zone himself. And now the Warriors getting ready to kick this one away. Last one was kicked out of bounds. Put the Wildcats at the 35. Harmon kicks this one. Taken around the 10. Number 9 running, looking for a hole, bouncing to the outside. He's got some room. He's taking off down the far sideline, lost his footing, and gets taken down just past the 45. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 45. Two receivers on either side of Bushy. Takes the snap, hands off. Givens-Perry bursting up the middle. Givens-Perry's got daylight. Xander Givens-Perry just taking off down the field, and he's going to score. A 55-yard touchdown run for Xander Givens-Perry. And just like that, we're right back to a 2-score game. Boy, the seas just parted for Givens-Perry up the middle. And he just burst right through that hole for the touchdown. So a big PAT coming up here as the Wildcats are going to go for 2. Because the PAT was missed by the Warriors, I miscalculated. This could become a 1-score game if the Wildcats convert here. Bushy in shotgun. Givens-Perry on his left. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Throws. Incomplete. Flag thrown. I think that's going to be pass interference, and I think we're going to see another try. So the Wildcats going to get another chance to try and make this a one-score game. Things getting very interesting here in the fourth quarter in Wayland. Two receivers out wide to the right, a tighter formation on the left. Bushy takes the snap. He's going to take off himself. Gets a block from Givens. Perry tries to push through the tackler, and he's in. A huge two-point conversion by Tim Bushy makes this a one-score ball game. So that missed PAT was actually a much bigger deal than I initially thought, as it made it a 16-point game instead of a 17-point. And I just brain farted on the math, as the game had remained a two-score game. And after that sudden touchdown by Givens Perry and a two-point conversion by Bushy, we now stand with an 8-point game. Warriors 23, Wildcats 15. We're not done here, folks. And now the kicker, James Vialna, kicks it away. It's juggled but picked up by Jeff Jean. Jean running, cuts around one man. He's got a blocker in front, but gets dragged down around the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 40-yard line. And the one thing the Warriors want, aside from more points on the board, is a long, sustained drive to try and kill this clock here in the fourth quarter. Now, unfortunately, without any kind of scoreboard clock or anything, really the only ones who know how much time left are the officials and, players and coaches when they're notified by the officials of how much time is left. So unfortunately, I cannot relay that information here, but I can tell you this game is coming down to the wire. 1st and 10, two receivers on either side of D'Alessandro. Snap, handoff, Seifert up the middle, gets hit immediately. And that might be a gain of 1. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 2, actually. Second and 8 from the 38. Or from the 42, excuse me. Counting the wrong way. You can feel the energy picking up from the Worcester side. Snap to D'Alessandro, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, fires one deep, looking for Ryan, and it's broken up, but it's interfered. The defender ran into Ryan as the ball was slightly underthrown, and you could see he wasn't turned around. Textbook call. And the deep shot pays big dividends for the Warriors, as that's a big first down off the penalty. And so that's going to be a spot foul, as they are going to spot that at the Wildcats' 25-yard line. So an immediate flip of the field for the Warriors. Credit to Gregory Ryan. He had a step on his defenders. If that throw had a little more on it, then he would have just been gone. But even then, with the underthrown ball, they still got the pass interference call. Oh, it looks like the officials got confused about whether it's a spot foul or a 15-yarder. Although that's not a 15-yarder, they need to move it 2 more yards for it to be a 15-yarder. So somehow it's a 13-yard penalty because the Warriors did gain 2 yards on their first play. So I don't know if this is just misapplied or what, but either way, it's the officials' call. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcats 45. Snap, handoff, Seifert. Short gain there, might be 1 or 2 yards. And I will always say, at this level, you may disagree with an official's call or whatever, but at the same time, you've always got to hold a certain level of respect for officials, because at this level, the games simply don't happen without them. And they're not exactly making bank to do this. So you got to respect them. They are, because we got to have them. Otherwise, we don't have these games. D'Alessandro looking to throw. Fires a deep shot. Picked off. Number 3 with the interception. And the Wildcats take it right back with a huge turnover there. That throw just over the outstretched hands of Vanderhall. And the Wildcats with the ball and a chance to tie this game up if they can get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. First and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 35. And that was number 3, Mike Supernor, named courtesy of Finns Nation TV again. And I see we've got a Warriors fan in the live chat as well, the McHugh kids, with a simple Go Warriors. Love to see the fan support in the live chat. Snap to Bushy. Givens-Perry takes the handoff and gets wrapped up immediately. That must have been a point of emphasis by the Warriors' defensive coaches after that last touchdown given up. On that one, a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Bushy looking to throw. Pass rush coming. Wrapped up. Brought down. Balls out. Oh, but they blew it dead on progress. The Wildcats were trying to argue that the ball came out, but it was blown dead. Combined efforts of number 12, Wesley Colin, and number 70, Michael Leonard. It's going to be 3rd down and 16 after a loss of 7 on the sack. Snap. Bushy fires, completes. 19's got it for the 1st down. A big conversion for the Wildcats as they're trying to move. Got about 17 yards on that completion up to the 46. Bushy drops back. Quick pass. Hits his man. Spins, but stays in bounds as he lost his footing. Not sure if that was number 8 or 9. Their numbers look a little similar to me. But that's going to be a gain of about 5. Out to the Warriors, or no, a gain of 6 out to the Warriors' 48-yard line. Bushy steps back, looking, pass rush coming, fires a deep shot, almost picked off, but it went off the hands of Coleman. The Wildcats very lucky there. That was a throw right to the hands of Coleman. Almost had his second interception of the day. But the Wildcats going to get another shot at it. 3rd and 4 coming up from the Warriors' 48-yard line. Bushy fakes the handoff. Quick pass for 44 through his hands. Slightly mistimed on the turnaround there. Pass came faster than the receiver was expecting it to. And it's going to be a big 4th and 4 coming up. As time winds down here in the 4th quarter, depending on what the Warriors offense is able to do and depending on where the clock is at, because unfortunately I'm not sure how much time is left exactly. But depending, this could be Worcester's last chance. Can the Warriors make a stand here, or will the Wildcats get their conversion? Bushy looking, throwing, and it's batted. It was batted at the line. Incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. Bushy had to get rid of that ball. The Hounds were at the gate, and one of them got his fingertips on that football to deflect it for the incomplete. First and 10 for the Warriors. As after the defense steps up big, they're hoping to put a bow on this one. First and 10 from their own 48-yard line. D'Alessandro under center. Snap, handoff, Seifert carrying it for a short gain. Looks like a gain of about 4, or actually a gain of 3. No, it is a gain of 4. Timeout was called, it appears. 2nd and 6. The McHugh kid saying that was Worcester's last chance. And it probably was. I just don't know exactly how much time is left. You know, the Warriors might need to make one first down at least before they end that one. Oh, a hard count and a handoff, and pushing forward for the first down is Seifert. That one might have been the last push that the Warriors needed to seal it. They have 1st and 10 at the Wildcats' 40-yard line. First and 10, they're in shotgun now. Snap, give to Seifert. Seifert heading out the middle, carrying several tacklers for another nice gain. How about the efforts of Mike Seifert on the ground today? That is good for another Warriors first down. 1st and 10 at the 29. Fresh set of downs. Another handoff, and it's bobbled, and D'Alessandro just has to fall on it. It's going to push him back 5 yards. Looks like the coaches were checking with the officials exactly how much time is left. It's a bit hard for me to hear what they're saying up here, so unfortunately I still can't tell you how much time we got on the clock here in the 4th. Warriors leading the Wildcats 23-15. Second and 15. Snap, give, Seifert. Barrels up the middle again. That's going to be a gain of about 4. Make it 3rd and 11. Third and 11 from the 30. Snap, handoff, Seifert finds a hole. Bounced off another tackler, drags him all the way to the first down marker. Mike Seifert with the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort to barrel his way forward, and I think that's going to be the game-sealing first down. And in fact, that is your ball game. The final score here out in Wayland, Massachusetts, the Mass Warriors 23, the Worcester Wildcats 15. The Warriors get back to their winning ways at home and improve to 2-1 on the season. The Wildcats fall to 1-2. What a thrilling back-and-forth contest this wound up being, folks. Started out actually with a strong first drive from the Wildcats, got all the way inside the 15, but then through an interception in the end zone, that interception made by Nicholas Carvalho to give the Warriors back the ball, but deep in their own end, and they ended up fumbling on their first snap. On their first running play from scrimmage, they fumbled the ball. It was picked up by the Wildcats' number 70 and dragged into the end zone for the game's first score. Wildcats went up 7-0 in the first quarter. But after a very nice kick return by Noor Manyang, got the Warriors into prime field position. Joseph D'Alessandro found Ivan Garand across the middle for a 27-yard catch and run into the end zone to tie things up at 7 apiece. The Wildcats again drove down inside the red zone, but on 1st and 10 from the Warriors' 20, they threw another interception in the end zone, this one made by Ta Coleman. And so the Warriors were able to start a drive at their own 20, and off of a number of big passing plays to several different players, such as Irvin Exelome and Gregory Ryan and Mike Seifert, among others, the Warriors were able to drive and keep driving all the way down to the 1/2 yard line, where D'Alessandro punched it in himself on a QB sneak to make it 14-7 going into the half. Coming back from halftime, the Warriors able to drive across midfield once again, courtesy of a big run from Mike Seifert that got them in good enough field position that even though the drive stalled, they were able to kick a field goal made by Marquise Harmon to make it 17-7. Then after some unsuccessful drives back and forth, the Warriors were able to drive down the field and finish on a 13-yard touchdown pass from D'Alessandro to Exelome, as Exelome provided the extra reach necessary to get across the goal line. PAT was missed, making it 23-7, so still technically a two-score game, and that became very important very fast as the Wildcats started their next possession on their own 45, and one play was all they needed as Xander Givens-Perry took the ball up the middle and raced all the way 55 yards for a touchdown. And then Tim Bushy converted on the two-pointer to make it 23-15. The Warriors started to drive, but threw an interception that gave the Wildcats a chance to try and drive and complete their comeback, but on 4th down, the pass was batted at the line. They turned it over on downs. The Warriors took over, and Mike Seifert, with several strong efforts on the ground to keep that drive going long enough to put a pin in this one and end it. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed the live stream, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. I certainly hope that I'll be back here again at some point this summer to cover some more Warriors football. That would I would love the chance to get to keep doing that. Thank you to all those who provided their comments in the live chat. If there's anything you'd like to say and the stream has already ended, you can say it in the comment section down below. Also, check out the bottom right corner of your screen where you can see some more information about me. First, my personal website, jessesports.com. You can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. You can also send me an email with any questions or requests you may have. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that is going to do it. The Mass Warriors 23, the Worcester Wildcats 15. From Wayland High School in Wayland, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.